What's up guys, welcome to the video, and in this video I'm going to share with you guys top 5 calisthenics exercises to improve your Wushu Taolu. Alright, so for the first exercise it's going to be explosive push-up. Now in Wushu Taolu we're doing a martial art movement, which means we're going to do a lot of explosive and strong looking punches. Now in order to get the strong looking punches and explosive, we have to do explosive push-up in order to get that explosiveness and the strength. Now the progression to do an explosive push-up will be plank to increase that shoulder and the core strength, and then after you're done with that you can start with knee push-up and then move into normal push-up and then the explosive push-up. Now the best thing is to do the negative if you cannot do the actual movement of the exercise. Alright, so I'm going to show you some progression in order to get to the explosive push-up. Now if you cannot do the explosive push-up, the first thing you have to do is going to be like the plank. Alright, before you can do regular push-up, hold it like 10 seconds. Alright, after you get used to it, you're going to have to hold the negative one, negative like this. Hold it for 10 seconds. After you feel comfortable, you can start with the knee push-up. Alright, like this. After you get used to it, do the regular push-up. After you get used to it, do the explosive one, just like this. After you get used to it, do the explosive clapping push-up. Alright, so that's the first exercise, explosive push-up. Now for the second exercise that I'm going to show you is going to be pistol squat. Now pistol squat for me personally is super important because while we're doing pistol squat, there's a flexibility factor and the strength factor at the same time. So I think it's the best exercise for Wushu Taolu. Now while we're doing Wushu movement, sometimes we might find some difficulties in doing some stances, especially empty stance, because it requires a very strong, stable and good flexibility in order to perform a good empty stance. So I think pistol squat might be the answer if you want to improve your empty stance so you can perform better while you're doing movement, especially at doing that empty stance, and so more because of that flexibility factor and the strength factor at the same time. So pistol squat will be the best exercise for Wushu Taolu. For the second exercise, it's going to be pistol squat. Now the difficulties in doing pistol squat, it's just mainly on flexibility, I guess. So basically, pistol squat, you're going to do something like this. This is pistol squat. Now I suggest you guys to train flexibility, something like this. Alright, like this, in order to improve your hamstring, your leg flexibility. Okay, so the first thing is train your flexibility, and then you can start with any kind of like exercise to improve your strength, your muscle, right? Like lunges. Alright, you can also do wall sit like this. Any kind of leg exercise to improve your strength, and then after you have the flexibility and then the strength, you can start with something like this. Alright, like this, or you can find something to hold like this to support you. Alright, after you're done with that, you can try to do pistol squat. Alright, Now for the third exercise that I'm going to share with you guys, it's going to be the Feit. Now Feit, I remember when I was a kid, our senior told us to do many Feit up. Now imagine when you do Feit up, you have to hold the butt hole, and then you have to do the leg raises after the butt hole, and then you have to hold the butt hole again, and then do the leg raises again. Now that's really going to challenge your core, because now the core is like the main thing. Our strength comes from here. Whether you punch, whether you kick, whether you jump, the explosion, the strength comes from here. So that's why one of the best exercises for the core is going to be the Feit. So for me, the best calisthenics exercise for Wushu Taolu is going to be the Feit. If you want to get more explosive and get more strength in your Wushu movement, you have to make sure that you're doing Feit. Put the Feit into your workout regimen. So Feit going to be the best exercise for Wushu Taolu. Now when you're doing Feit, it's kind of similar to butt hole and leg raises. Now when you're doing butt hole, it's kind of like this. Now make sure that your upper back doesn't touch the ground. It's elevate, and also your feet. And this is how leg raises look like. Right? Leg raises, leg raises, leg raises, and you just combine the butt hole and the leg raises become the Feit. Now I will show you what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The Feit. Now for the fourth exercise I'm going to share with you guys is going to be the burpee. Now I remember when I was a kid, every time we get punishment from our training, our senior will tell us to do burpee. Now at that time, I remember we just call it push-up jump because it's kind of similar to push-up and then jump. So we call it push-up jump, but actually it's a burpee. So when you're doing burpee, you have to kind of like doing negative push-up and then explosive jump. It's really going to challenge your cardiovascularity muscle. So if you can do 10 reps easily, it means that your cardio is very good. But if you cannot do 10 reps easily, which means that you have to train more your cardio and your muscle. So burpee will be the best exercise for Wushu Taolu, especially on your cardio. Alright, now the burpee. Now basically when you're doing burpee, it's kind of like you're doing the negative push-up like this. Alright, you're doing the negative and then just like this, then doing the jump. If you cannot do the negative one, if you're not strong enough, you can doing the plank like this, and then jump height. Now I'm going to try to do 10. Let's see if my cardio is strong enough. Alright, so that's pretty much it, the burpee. Now for the final exercise, it's going to be the handstand. Now while we're doing handstand, we're basically improving our shoulder stability and strength. Now in Wushu, we're doing so many punches, so many blocks, and sometimes we're holding weapon. We require some stability on our shoulder. So that's why doing handstand is so important in Wushu Taolu. Now we're done to the last exercise. It's going to be the handstand. Now handstand is not as hard as you think. The way people think it's hard, I think because of while you're doing handstand, you have to maintain the balance while you're doing that. I think that's what people find it hard to do. but handstand is not that hard. You just require some technique training. Yeah. Alright, I will show the tutorial how to do the handstand in another video, but I will demonstrate for you how to do handstand. You can do it using wall or freestanding. Alright, so let's hold the handstand. Right, like this. There is two kind of way to get up into handstand. The first is kick up like this. Like that. And then the second one is pressing. Alright, so that's pretty much it, the handstand. Alright guys, that's all for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video if you guys think that this video is useful and entertaining as well. Share this video to your friends who want to learn Wushu as well. And I will see you guys in another video. Peace.